actual meteorological summer, but pretend blockbuster releasing summer starts in late April movie business summer. And even if you know in your heart that Spidey 3 is gonna suck ass, and you're absolutely sure that the Silver Surfer can't save the Fantastic Four franchise, you're still gonna spend your hard-earned lawn mowing cash to prop up the brain-dead industry known as showbiz. Why? Because you're an American kid, and you just gotta do that. Just like you have to listen to this week's American Suck Countdown.
Number 10.
Speaking of celluloid crap at number 10, the new cinematic puke fest, Georgia Rule, which cast Lindsay Lohan as an obnoxious, selfish, lazy, fake tan, slutty, stuck-up bitch that pretty much everyone hates. No, it's not a documentary.
Number 9.
Trapped in a stupid closet at number 9, gay marriage haters. George, Mitt, Rudy, and the rest of you guys who think gay marriage is as scary as Al-Qaeda, let me ask you a question.
Bring 'em on.
Why do you spend so much time thinking and talking and caring about what men do with their penises? Freud called it projection, which is really just a fancy way of saying you want to project your penis into another man's mouth. Or anus.
Number 8.
Like a giant human-shaped turd at number 8, Newt Gingrich, who thinks that the Virginia Tech massacre happened because of video games and could have been stopped if more college kids carried concealed weapons. I just asked my pet rock, and it has a more cogent understanding of the VT massacre. And it also has way less beady eyes and didn't divorce its wife while she was recovering from cancer. Which means in the presidential matchup, I think my pet rock wins.
Number 7.
On a habit trail from hell at number 7, George W. f***ing Bush, who has his head so far up his own ass, he's popping out of a hole in his neck. Bush figures that the majority of Americans and the majority of generals are all wrong, that he can still win the war, and that more troops need to be sent to the desert to die. I guess Bush is relying on his and his administration's extensive knowledge of draft dodging to figure out how to dodge logic, reason, and the will of the American people.
Number 6.
As misguided as George W. f***ing Bush at number 6, anyone still paying attention to Britney Spears? Do we really need to kill any more trees to report on someone whose albums make your ears bleed, who uses her kids as airbags, and who stopped looking hot long before she showed her bald head or her bald panty hamster to the world?
Number 5.
In love with their own voice at number 5, know-it-alls. Hey, Genius McBrainiac, if you know everything about everything, how come you can't figure out that everyone around you wants to nail your f***ing mouth shut? Hey, was this one about me?
Number 4.
Pissing off Dr. Doolittle at number 4, legalized drug lord Eli Lilly and Company, which is making an antidepressant for dogs called Reconcile. If Reconcile has the same kind of side effects as Prozac, then we can probably expect to see a lot of dogs becoming suicidal and shooting up obedience class with automatic doggy weapons. Rough.
Number 3.
So smart they're dumb at number 3, nuclear power plant. Okay, instead of trying to create mini suns that generate massive amounts of radioactive waste, can kill lots of people, and sure do make dynamite terror targets, here's an idea. Why don't you just use the gigantic sun we've already got? You know, the one up in the sky that beams massive amounts of energy down to us every f***ing day of the year, and for free?
Number 2.
Needing to go to Rikers for a long time at number 2, Law and Order, which, if there's any justice, will be given a lethal injection by NBC any day now. But don't worry, if you're a fan of hammy overacting, lazy camera work, and predictable dialogue, then there's plenty of syndicated repeats to fall asleep to.
Number 1.
I told you so at number 1, CBS. Hey, Tiffany Network, remember when I told you that hiring Katie Couric was a really stupid f***ing idea? Guess what? I was right. The girlish 50-year-old is making $15 million a year to get ratings worse than this guy, and this guy, and definitely this guy. Here's an idea. Can Lady McShiny Teeth and hire a real reporter back? And if you can't find a real reporter, I hear Sanjaya's available and works for f***ing cheap. All right, we're all done. So hurry back out and see an unnecessary sequel or an insanely overpriced adaptation of a crappy cartoon because it's what George Washington would want you to do if he were a pathetic dumbass.
The Kids Suck Countdown.